First Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous, love does not brag, it is not arrogant. This is Paul's first letter to the church in Corinth. And he is going in detail about what love is and what love isn't in this part of the passage. He's just explained that no matter what we choose to do, if we choose to let our body be burned for the faith, if we choose to give everything we have to the poor, if we prophesy about all knowledge, if we do work all kinds of miracles, but yet we lack love in doing so, then it is useless. It profits us nothing. No matter what we do, no matter how good it is, no matter how beneficial to the world it may be, if we're doing it without love, it is meaningless. Because we are just doing it to do it, really. We're not doing it because we care. We're not doing it because our heart is in it. We're doing it just because who even knows why at that point? But what Paul points out is that we ought to have love in everything we do. And he begins to describe the different characteristics of love. I would encourage you to read the whole chapter of 1 Corinthians 13 to get the bigger picture on this. But he starts out with what love is. Love is patient. And patience is a hard thing to build for a lot of people, including myself. Patience involves putting up with people when they annoy you, when they rage bait you, when they argue against you, when they go against what you want, when they go against what you're saying, what you're asking. And it's very easy to lose your patience with someone when you feel that they're wrong, when you feel that they are being hateful, being spiteful. Even times when people are, sometimes you're in the wrong in an argument. Sometimes they're just trying to correct you. But even then, sometimes in our selfishness, we can still lose our patience with people, even when they're trying to do what is good to us. Love is also kind. If you are kind to people, you are acting in love. Because if you're not acting out of a heart of kindness, how can it be loving? It can't. Sometimes you have to correct someone out of love. Sometimes you have to rebuke someone out of love. But that needs to be done with kindness. Because if it's not being done with kindness, it's not a loving rebuke. It's not a loving correction anymore. Sometimes you need to be stern, but that does not mean you don't have to be kind. Love is also not jealous, or as other translations say, it does not envy. It does not look at what other people have and say, oh, I want that so bad. You don't start getting jealous of others, envious of others. You don't start making judgments about them or getting greedy for what they have in your heart against them. It is not arrogant, and it does not brag, it does not boast. And that can get very closely entangled with jealousy and envy. You might be tempted to brag against someone. You might be tempted to be arrogant or prideful towards them because you feel insecure about what they have and you don't. You might just in general want to feel superior. You might feel like you do better, or you're worth more, or you have better things. You might feel that sense, that temptation to be prideful towards them, to be arrogant towards them. But no, don't do that. You should never be tearing somebody else down to build up your own ego, to build up your own pride. That is not acting in love. True love is humble, so it can show kindness to people. So it will not tear them down to build itself up, but instead it can show them the heart of the Father. It can show them His love, and it can show them that you should avoid becoming jealous, avoid becoming envious. Walk in patience with other people, and be able to accept what you've been given, because you've been given so much.